now we're going to Mexico, which is high altitude. So you're not going to have DRS is not going to work as well. Um, Downforce and all that doesn't matter. It's a high speed track. I predict that Haas will come fifth, fifth fastest car on this type of track. And also, it's for some reason I don't know why, but Max likes this track too. And now I said this a long time ago. I probably remember when I said second half
Yeah,
of the season, watch out for Red Bull with these
yeah, sure,
high speed tracks. You get my point.
sure, sure.
Because Red Bull has the Honda engine also. McLaren's engine is what is McLaren's engine made out of?
I'm
It's
not quite sure.
Mercedes.
I
It's a
think
Well,
it's
I
Mercedes
think
engine.
yeah. So
It's a
this
Mercedes
last
power
part of the
unit. Yeah.
season, that's why I say F1 is rigged. I said it. You guys remember? I said just wait to the second half of the season. Verstappen is going to resurge, and so far it's happening. I don't know what's going to happen in this next race. Anybody could win. I think and Ferrari should be favored. Look at that long straight. That straight is bloody long. There's also the, the one from right up here. Yeah, right up here. That's a very
yeah,
long.
this
Then there's
one.
another
This
long
one.
one to the
Yeah,
right, another long one. And if you look at the corners, there's only one really tight corner, which is right down here. That's the only tight corner. And also there's that zigzag that Verstappen likes. Do you see that, Lorato? This is a track
Yeah,
that
no, 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 I
Verstappen will
see it.
love. This is a track that he will love. I just don't think this guy's a racer. Norris is not a racer. He doesn't. It's not that he's a bad racer, but for him, Leclerc can do this too. People said that Max is unbeatable. No, Leclerc can race toe to toe with Max. If Leclerc had been behind Max like Norris was, I'll ask you, Lorato, don't you think Leclerc would have passed him easily?
No, for
Even or
sure, for
Hamilton,
sure.
or
I
Hamilton
mean,
would have passed him because these are racing tracks now, and the track in Texas had wide corners, so it allows for racing and passing. What's his name? Lando is a very good, I call race manager. If you give him a good car and a lead, he can manage the race well, but he's not a racer, you know. So we'll go back to Falabi, then we'll go to you. So what do you think about Mexico when you're looking at the track and your predictions of Falabi? Yeah.
yeah. If you look at the track, I look at that long straight. That will be one area of the track that will favor the Ferrari setup so much, and they will take
Yeah.
maximum advantage of it. And if you look at the corners too, I think there are similarities between this track and Austin, and it's
Yeah,
possible if
but there's some
Ferrari get
differences
that,
because Austin didn't have that really
they could
sharp
get a
speed corner.
similar
Yeah,
result
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I think this track is more technical than Austin, to be honest with
So
you.
it's
But
actually
I
more
don't know.
technical. But if
Yeah.
you look
What do
at
you
the
think, Lorato? Yeah, yeah,
yeah, no, no, no. I mean, I think the Mexico track is a little bit more interesting in terms of
yeah,
the straights that you have and how one uses the brakes, how like one's approach to
yeah.
braking and taking corners is what is going to define especially in that first corner where we saw Checo crash out last year. Um, I mean that is like a race defining
Yeah.
corner.
I think Texas had a lot of
Um,
problems. No, not Texas. It was Singapore where people were going into the walls and stuff. They don't have to worry about that here.
yeah, yeah,
But they
yeah.
have to
No,
worry
no.
about porpoising and the chicane and all that. Yeah. Okay, so very quickly, so let's make how much my
okay, no
prediction is
problem.
that top five for this race is going to be between Norris and Verstappen and Leclerc. I'll say, I'm going to say Leclerc and Verstappen will fight for first and second, and Norris will come third. But it's so close between the three of them that it could go any way. I think the advantage Verstappen has is that sim race, and he's now proven he's actually gotten better this year on technical tracks. Verstappen went from being someone who's just good with short corners and everything, but he's actually developed more racecraft. In the last few races, he's been using less edge to edge and using a tighter line, especially in Singapore.
Grand Prix.
Yeah,
I mean, I think we're looking at this three horse race between McLaren, Ferrari, and Red
yeah,
Bull. With Red Bull, well, Red Bull meaning Max.
yeah,
Um, so with Red Bull and for like the top three that we saw at the USGP,
yeah.
sort of duking it out. And if I am correct to say that McLaren might have a little bit of an easier time, especially because of the straights.
Yeah, but here's my question: the straights. McLaren is not known as a team that has advantages with straights. They're known as a team that of tire drag. That's the main thing, limiting tire drag, which is a corner issue. Yeah, yeah.
I understand that. I'm just saying what I'm saying based on what I've seen.
Okay, so then elaborate. What have you seen?
Yeah, like what I've seen on the data.
Yeah, I mean, elaborate. What does the data show? What does the telemetry show about what they do on straights and everything? Yeah.
About what they do on the straights. Yeah. They might get out the corner being the slowest, but by the end of that that straight, they're the fastest. This is what we saw in that battle between Lando and Max. And of course, if you don't have the racecraft to take the race to the person in front of you,
I think that might be because before, yeah, but that would be the driver, not the car, though.
Yeah,
or the balance of the car.
Yeah, I think that's a driver problem. Then you struggle the way Lando did.
Yeah.
But he had a car underneath him that was able to overtake if he knew how to enter the corner with as much.
I think it's less confidence now because the car doesn't have, like, we even saw Lando leading. He was coming second last lap, and he locked out. The fact that he fell asleep and didn't know that Sainz was pushing him. And also, Ferrari has gotten fast in sprint race. You see what I'm saying? Because last lap,
no, I think he locked out specifically because he was nervous about Sainz being right behind him.
That's, once again, I don't want to talk bad about Lando anymore, but we can't keep on making excuses for 20 or 30 instances this year where it's always, oh, he had bad luck, you know.
Yeah, no. That's why I'm saying had he had the racecraft and the ability and the daringness to really take the race, I think he wouldn't even have minded to give the place back in the.
Well, once again, he told his team, I guess I should have given the place back. But there's two things.
Yeah.
The team is incompetent. The team is incompetent, but he needs to be like Schumacher too, and Verstappen. He needs to get to the level now where he makes that decision on his own.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. That had he been confident enough that he could chase Max and overtake him.
Yeah. And that guy, what's his name? Lower lap time. He used the right word. He said, I think that Verstappen has the self-assurance to give it and take it back, but I'm not sure if Lando had self-assurance. That's a passive word. It sounds worse if you say Lando doesn't have the confidence or the courage. He said the assurance. He didn't even say self-assurance, assurance. But that assurance, where does it come from? It comes from the intuitive warrior. That's the way I look at it. And even Lando, I think, but I don't know what Verstappen would have done because Verstappen won't give up the lead either. He's stubborn, but that means he's just delusional. Also, maybe I doubt if it had been the other way around, they would have made Verstappen give the place back. To be honest, and I'm a Verstappen fan, I think there's a bias. Don't you think so? Yeah.
Possibly.
There's a bias.
Well, I mean, about it. They didn't make him give the place back in all the other overtakes.
And also, I don't think they should make him lose the place for pushing Lando out at the start of the race. But a lot of people are saying he pushed Lando out at the start of the sprint qualifier, or one of the sprint race. But I've never seen them penalize Verstappen. I haven't seen him penalized in a long time. That was a Freudian slip.
Mexico, for me, I think Ferrari will put up another strong show by Charles Leclerc. Expect heroics from Charles Leclerc again. And I think this time around, Norris might just get it right. I don't expect anything fantastic from Mercedes and then Max Verstappen. So Leclerc, Norris, Verstappen.